So let's move on to SPAC before going on to workhorse and other tickers. And what one should we go on to? Why, it's got to be the hot one, life cycle. Why is everyone so up in the air? Well, it is an interesting SPAC, but pros and cons. Con, look at the price. That isn't the price. Yahoo Finance not updating again. It's over $16 a share now. It's just skyrocketing up because they reckon they're going to announce by it will be announced and done with fairly quickly. It's probably announced by the time you listen to this. Now, what's so good about this? They just put it on a belt. There's not much they do with it. They have someone like mixing things out, taking out the big things, but they don't have to separate the plastic and so much. And that they reckon 98% of it can be reused. And when you think mining contracts are harder and harder to get hold of, and on top of that, you've got cabinet members on the board. It's got ties with Biden, and they are all around the world. They have expanded all around the world. I do think there's a lot going for it. The only thing against it is it's shot up so quick, which means it could come down quick as well. I won't be putting a lot into it. I'm not in it myself. I'll only pick up a couple because I do like it, and I do think what's going to happen. Biden's likely going to say you have to recycle your old batteries from these car companies, and these guys are going to get a contract. Now, the thing that's putting me off going in too heavy is the price. It's over $16 a share already. It's at 17, knocking on $17, and if that keeps on, it's going to get ridiculous and overbought. This is one that's been uplisted on the OTC. OTC has different markets such as OTCX and so on. It can qualify for the OTCX soon, and it's mission ready solutions. And I do think that this is basically, if you're over 20 cents share, you can qualify for the OTCX. This hasn't been over 20 cents for a large amount of time, but it will be enough time soon. I think the problem is that a lot of brokers don't let you buy it. Once more brokers come on board and once it gets uplisted, it has just been uplisted to the OTC, to tell the truth, then I will see it up and up. It provides military wear, domestic military wear and non-domestic military wear. I do think this is one that doesn't belong down here. Now, Calnex, spoke about before, has issued a trading update, and it's all good, basically ahead of schedule, and you can find that online. Basically, they've done well. There's a couple of penny stocks I'm looking at, and you'll recognise these from before. We've played the swings before. We've bought in here and gone up there, and then we've sold out again. And now I think it's looking quite bullish. They are coming out. They have three sectors. One of them is the hybrid, and I think it's the hybrid that will stay there after Rona's gone and done and dusted. That's if it ever does go. if it's there to stay, then the other two sectors will do well. It has just got two huge contracts in the the US, and I think that will help it. Astrotech Corporation, and I think this is ready to run. And Cinedyne. Now, this one is one that I think can hit. It can hit $4 to $6 because you're not getting the movie makers making movies anymore. They're coming to companies like Cinedyne, who are selling to the streaming services, and they have links to them. Now, Vision Lithium. This is a high risk, high reward play. You can see there it's already gone up and it's on its way down. We don't want to be catching a falling knife, so we want a confirmation that it's turned around. Now, it is in debt to $32 million. It has a number of mines. Now, its flagship mine has just come out with lithium testing of a proof of 99.9% grade, which means there's no problem it being used in batteries for EV vehicles, and it'll be no problem selling that. That was the risk, but we need to make sure there's not just a flash in the pan. It has a good board on its books. I think this is where it's at a crossroads, and I'm hoping it will go the right direction. But again, we don't want to be catching a falling knife. Now, I've had people ask me what type of investor I am, whether I'm a fundamental or technical investor, and I don't like to be labelled. Same way I don't put much stock in a degree. Don't tell the wife. She's got a number of degrees and she's got a master's degree, but even that is my proof. My wife has a master's degree in international business and a degree in accounting, and she gets me to do her taxes for her. But the fact of the matter is, I know people with degrees I wouldn't trust to put pickles on a Big Mac for me, and yet people who haven't gone to college I would trust with my life savings. The thing is, it's all down to the person and the kind of person they are. And a piece of paper doesn't make a difference. Might do to the employer, but not to me. I'm what I call a total investor. I look at everything. I don't just look at fundamentals. I don't just look at technicals. I look at everything in the company. That's why I say I do 3 deep dives. The first deep dive is just what a normal investor would look at. The second deep dive, I tear apart every number that a forensic accountant would do in a company. And then the third, I would spend so much time searching through the history of the company, digging up. That's how I found out about Clover Health before any of these short sellers did. And the short seller report came out. And I said, well, they're under investigation. They had done this, they've done that. And so I sold out at a profit because it had run up. And then when it dropped again, I went back in. Because it's not that it's about that I trust Shema, and it's not that fundamentally it's not about business. It's just that it has this hanging over its head, and at the time it had run up too fast, they're priced in the perfect scenario. Anyway, don't forget, hit like button, comment in the box below, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.